Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about all the credible Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks and rumors so far. This was all compiled in a well-formatted post on the GTA 6 subreddit by user Corey LVV, and we're going to be diving into all of them today. And his post is very cool. Not only does it lay out where you can actually view all the different posts that we're going to be talking about in this video today, but he also sort of has his own credibility star rating system. It's really cool. So let's go ahead and dive into it today. This is in no particular order, but this was probably one of the biggest ones, and that is Inside Gaming's Project America's video that came out on March 5th, 2018. So this was a YouTube video uploaded by Inside Gaming, which detailed leaks with the project name Project America's for Grand Theft Auto 6. And it was really the first major leak that we got. And today, most leaks are actually based around this one. The video goes into detail about how the upcoming game is going to be based in Vice City and will be heavily influenced by the Netflix show Narcos. So that was the first big Grand Theft Auto 6 leak. One of the more recent leaks that we actually talked about was the E3 tweet. There was a user on Twitter who posed the question, "Can you answer my question, please? Can we expect Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement at E3 in June?" With E3 simply responding with a GIF from the movie Lilo and Stitch, sort of like Stitch getting patted on the head. And so that was it. All they did was reply with this GIF. And it's most likely the account manager just having a little bit of fun. I don't see Grand Theft Auto 6 getting announced at E3, especially until the expanded and enhanced edition is out of the way. So I wouldn't expect anything like that. But it was interesting how they at least responded. And as you guys know, E3 is the world's largest and biggest gaming convention, so that was actually pretty cool. Our next big leak happened on March 23rd, 2020, and this was Grand Theft Auto's websites getting updated, in particular, GrandTheftAutoVI.com. So there's actually websites where you can view all of this sort of stuff, and for the website GTAVI.com, it was actually updated on March 23rd, 2020. That was incredibly strange. Now, the site currently directs to the GTA 5 landing page. Like if you were to go to GTA5.com, it would take you to the exact same page, but it's owned by Take-Two Interactive. So we don't know if this was Rockstar updating for something in particular, or if they were just updating their domain so that they would still have access to them and that it wouldn't be able to be purchased by someone else. It was a very interesting find, that's for sure. So that's our third one today. Our fourth leak today is Jorge Consejo. Now, this was first discovered also around the same time on March 27th, 2020. Now, Jorge Consejo is a voice actor, motion capture artist, and he actually had a credit on his CV page called The Mexican in Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, after this was discovered, it was quickly removed. And people have also found pictures on his Instagram in motion capture gear, which many people believe to be at a Rockstar studio. Now, that last one I'm a little bit more skeptical on, just because that could have been any gaming studio. But the fact that it was listed in his sort of biography of things he's done as Grand Theft Auto 6 and the Mexican, and then it was quickly removed, to me indicates that he does have a role. And Jorge Consejo has been involved in previous Rockstar titles. And Jorge Consejo does have a history of being in a lot of Spanish shows, as you can see there. Most of the networks that he was on was Telemundo, Univision, Televisa. So there you go. It would make sense that he would be a character, the Mexican, and especially if it was in Vice City, that would make a lot more sense as well. So there you go. That was the Jorge Consejo leak. The next is the Kaio Pariko trailer, which came out on November 22nd, 2020. So when the Kaio Pariko Eyes trailer came out, fans quickly discovered that the coordinates in one of the frames actually led to a back road shaped like VI. And this is interesting because it could probably be the first official teaser being put out that we've gotten from Rockstar, because the coordinates would have had to have been checked first before being put in. And the chances of this happening as an accident are slim to none. I mean, really, Rockstar put in this specific spot and it happened to be a road in the shape of Roman numeral 6. They definitely did that on purpose. So I think there is a little bit of credibility here when it comes to that. Our next leak is the interior scouting leak, which came out on October 6th, 2020. So this actually came from Leah Sokolowski, and she was actually linked to Rockstar's location scouting in Florida. And there's actually a podcast with her talking about a large client coming to Florida to scout, as well as other states in the Southeast. Now, there's a document with a couple of things blurred out that suggest this is the case, that Rockstar is going to be requesting to look at interiors around South Florida between the dates of October 14th through the 18th. And now I'll let you guys take a listen to that footage where she actually is talking about that on a podcast. Take a listen to this right here.
Recently, as you're aware, we've had a change in the types of productions that are coming to our state. So I've also been very fortunate to get a large client that has hired me to arrange basically site tours and visits. It's a digital media company, and I've signed an NDA, so I can't disclose who it is. But they've been exploring various areas of our state and of other states in the Southeast. And I've been planning and arranging those visits for their personnel, and that's been kind of a very interesting expansion of what I normally do as well.
So pretty interesting, right? I feel like there would have to be a lot of moving parts here for that one to be fake. I mean, she's like has an actual podcast where that's her actual thing. And that sounds like Rockstar. I mean, it could be someone else, but it sounds like Rockstar. Moving on, our next leak was the Red Dead Redemption 2 gun files, which happened on the 29th of December, 2020. So modern guns like the AK-47, the L1A1, and the Browning pistol were discovered in the Red Dead Redemption 2 files. And these guns have no place in Red Dead Redemption 2 because they weren't around in 1899 or 1907. And so some have speculated that they are being tested on the new Rage engine. And all of these guns were also used by the 1980s by cartels and various establishments, which also ties back in the Vice City and Narcos theory. Anytime you see something in the in-game files, it's kind of hard to dispute because that means they were put there by one person only, and that would be Rockstar. Our next leak is Tim Neff. Tim Neff is another stuntman and actor, was first discovered, or this leak, I should say, first discovered on March 2nd, 2020. And Tim Neff, who is also credited in Red Dead Redemption 2, had Grand Theft Auto 6 on his resume. Now, also, since this was discovered, it has been removed, and he has also posted photos of him on Instagram in motion capture gear. Now, this could be for other various projects, but he has worked with Rockstar in the past, which would make him a likely subject to return. Rockstar has a history of working with voice actors that they have on previous titles. Just see characters like Micah Bell and Javier Escuela. They've been in previous games before, so it wouldn't be a shock if Tim Neff returned either. Our next leak was on April 19th, 2019, and there was an Indian 3D artist by the name of Bibin Michael, who on his description and experience working at Rockstar Games, he said creating concept vehicles matching real world for Grand Theft Auto 5 DLC and upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6. So when this was posted in 2019, people were already working on the GTA 6 cars. How cool is that? Now, he also has a history of working with 3D modeling vehicles, most notably in Forza, and is also credited on the thank you page for Red Dead Redemption 2. So he worked on Rockstar's most recent title. I'd say that's pretty interesting. Our next rumor is the Panther Jacket rumor, which came out on April 19th, 2019, where Reddit user Fabry06 discovered the phrase hostes ad pulverum feriri. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, but that basically translates to pulverize the enemy on the Panther varsity jacket in GTA Online. Now, this phrase also appears on a building in Vice City, as well as an ad in San Andreas. And the phrase has also appeared on a limited edition jacket given to Rockstar employees when Bully was completed. So the phrase also appears on the Rockstar Games crest. And this phrase originated in Vice City, which led many to believe this could be a small tease since it was introduced in the latest Grand Theft Auto Online expansion, the Kaio Pariko heist. Moving on, our next leak is the Tom Henderson leak, first starting on January 10th, 2021, and most recently on April 12th, 2021. So Tom Henderson, a longtime Call of Duty leaker, tweeted an apparent Grand Theft Auto 6 leak on January 10th, where he said, for the first time ever in a GTA title, Grand Theft Auto 6 will have a playable female and male protagonist. Hashtag GTA 6, hashtag GTA VI. And then again on April 12th saying it's not set in the 1980s and is modern. So Tom doesn't have a lot of experience in leaking GTA games, but he does have a solid track record and reputation for Call of Duty leaks. So this is something to follow. He's a reputable insider, and if there are any more updates to sort of his saga, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted as well. Our next leak was about artists being contracted to produce music for Rockstar. So Peter Rice, aka Vectorhold on Twitter, said that some synthwave artists had been contacted about a radio station based on the genre. And Vectorhold is a retro 80s synthwave project by Pete Rice from the San Francisco area, specializing in 80s and 90s retro gaming soundtracks. With him saying GTA 6 will likely take place in Vice City, music rights clearing people have been hitting up synthwave artists for a radio station. So there you go. That is pretty interesting. And the last one we'll be discussing today is also one of the most recent on May 2nd, 2021. David Manning, a film scooper, claimed that Rockstar had an internal release date of 2023 for Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, this timeline could have changed since then due to COVID and the pandemic, but internally, 2023 was the release date for GTA 6, and that is what he said on Twitter. And again, David Manning has an incredibly reputable backstory of getting leaks right regarding the film and movie industry, so a big project like Grand Theft Auto 6 probably wouldn't be out of his realm of discovery either. So anyways, that right there is all of the reputable leaks and rumors that we know about so far for Grand Theft Auto 6. I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think is the most credible out of all the ones we talked about today. Do you think none of them are credible? Do you think some of them, all of them? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. If you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.